Good morning everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. Got two buddies in the kitchen. You know Laura and you know Karen. She just started with the company a couple of weeks ago. So today we have got two recipes to make for you. We're going to make a meringue roulade, and I did say it was white chocolate and raspberry. That's me getting myself all confused. That was the one that Laura made last week that tasted amazing.
At my house.
Yeah, at her house, yeah, not here, yeah, sorry. And it tasted amazing, and what she had planned to do was make Santa Snowball here.
Yeah.
But having said that, you can make the roulade with any flavour that you want. But I will say, if you do buy the white chocolate and raspberry, I can vouch it's amazing. We've not tasted this one yet. This is one that Laura's pre-made. I don't know whether they can see this, can they, Laura? Can you see this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is one that Laura's, is it in view of the camera now?
Yeah.
So, sorry, am I being it? Oh, sorry. So this one that is pre-made, okay, and don't worry, in a few minutes I will be scoffing a slice. So I'm sure Maria and Laura will be having some too. Are you back with us, Laura, now? Yeah. So we'll let you know how that one gets on. And with the reason she's pre-made one is so that she can make a fresh one here. But as you know, when we've made fresh things, we've always forgot about the cooling time. And then Laura usually ends up having to put cream on, something very hot.
I only did that once.
Doesn't go down too well. So that's what Laura's going to make today, and then Karen is helping out today. We start work at 7 in the morning at Sugar and Crumbs, and I said to Karen last night, look, you're going to have to come to my house in the morning. And when she got here, I told her she was doing the live, simply because, I don't know whether you noticed, but I have been really ill with the flu. And even though we still committed going to Paul's, I must have been Laura's worst nightmare. I was bunged up, I was dying, I've done nothing but stop blowing my nose. And I really felt even on Monday night, I didn't want to touch the cake or do anything, hence why I got Paul to do most of it for me. And the buttercream was in the bag, so I felt quite happy doing that. But I don't really want to make the biscuits today, so I've got Karen making them. And then I told her she's going to make them live. I'm going to talk you through it. So she's made 4 batches just to make sure that you know. Yes. So should we grab them? Can you see them on that camera, Laura?
Yeah, I can see them on the stand.
Okay. So we've only just we haven't gone crazy with our decoration. All we've done is made up the biscuits, and then we've put a little layer of sugar paste on the top. We've used Coolpit today, and then we've just blinged them up with the fractal colours. And then Karen has got a bit carried away and done this one, so I've told her she's got to show you how to do it. But what I will tell you is, we're back over here, what I will tell you is they taste gorgeous. So we've made mulled wine, toasted marshmallow, what's in the oven, what's just come out the oven? Santa Snowball. But Karen is going to make the mulled wine. But again, with the biscuits, you can use any flavour. And I know in the summer we use strawberry milkshake, and that was delicious as well. So what have you made? Because you make them for Holly, don't you?
Well, Holly's got all different flavours, whichever flavour that we've got in. Yeah. But she made some recently, some unicorn ones.
Oh, the unicorn ones, yeah, they're great.
Unicorn shapes and unicorn
colours.
I've done two.
Oh, have you?
Because I was going to give one to Maria.
Right, okay. So, I hope you enjoyed Monday's... What are you saying?
I'm saying I got her a full meringue.
We're going to make coffee.
So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed Monday's live, and it was a nice surprise for you. I didn't really want to give the game away of who we were having on there. We've actually been in talks with Paul for a very long time, so I was really pleased that he did it, and that we decided to go over there and have a go in his kitchen as well. So it was great fun for Laura, Maria and I. We had a great weekend, apart from me being ill, and it lashed it down. I have never seen rain like it in our lives, and we've had a nice skid in the car down the mountain, didn't we, girls? And it's been a bit frightful at times, but we've survived it. We're home, we've had a good time, we're back, and now let's get on with this live. All right then, so who's going first? You?
I'm going to start first.
Right, brilliant. I'll leave you with Laura.
Okay, so this meringue, the reason why I've decided to make this meringue for you today is because it is such a nice light dessert. It's perfect for over Christmas. I always want a dessert at Christmas, but I'm always too full after I've had the turkey and all the rest of it and all the chocolate and all that kind of thing. But I always think it's nice to make a nice dessert for Christmas. So this is really easy to make. It doesn't take that much time. It's very fresh, very light, and you can always fit a slice in. And as my mum said before, I have made this. You can freeze it, so you can make it a couple of days ahead, freeze it, and then just take it out the morning that you're going to eat it, and it'll be absolutely fine. So I'm just going to move that aside and we'll get started. Okay, so what you need is a large tray. You see this one here, and some parchment paper, which was here, but I took it down there. Let's back up. Can you see that all right there? If I keep that there,
it's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so a large tray and some parchment paper. So you can cut this to size, or you can just rip it like this. Now I have made the roulade meringue this morning, just because this is going to go in the oven for 15 minutes, and I wanted you to see it once I'd made the cream and put it all together rather than waiting for it to cool down. So what I didn't do is I forgot to put the butter on the tray, on the one that I'm going to show you. So it's going to be a bit trickier, but I'm going to show you that you can still save it if you do miss this bit. But it is ideal just to put a little bit of butter onto the tray underneath your baking paper, because it stops the meringue sticking to the paper and then it's easier to undo. So I'm just going to give it a little rub of butter. It doesn't matter what butter you use. I have actually used margarine in the past as well, because I haven't always had butter to hand, but you just want to make sure that you're covering the whole base, and oh, my butter's splitting at the sides as well, because it does get quite sticky. So I'll just get that ready.
Sugar. Sorry. Sorry, Laura.
It's alright. I think you probably scared them more you did. You probably scared them more than you did me. Okay, so once we've got all that on, so like I said, this is the bit that I've missed on my other one. So it might be a bit sticky to the paper. You just want to get your baking parchment paper in and just push it down flat. Move it over a touch. And just push it smooth down like that. Okay, and we're just going to set that aside because we don't need that just yet. We just need to make our meringue filling. I'm just going to write that on my apron. Got my apron, guys, today. Got one. So here I have got 4 egg whites. I'm going to start with this. So I've already taken them out of the shell. I'm sure you all know how to do that. So there's 4 egg whites in there, and we're just going to come over to the whisker I've set with a whisk already. I've got a clean bowl there, so I'm just going to pour my eggs straight in. And we're just going to set this on a medium whisk, so we just want to get them frothy to start with. And just get that going. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you might just need to speak a little bit louder while it's on.
Mic, please. I feel like I should have one here.
Yeah.
So next, I'm just going to tell you what we need next. So we've got everything ready. So we've got our eggs in. So I'm just going to come back over this side with my scales. And as we said, we're going to use the Santa's snowball today. Just a nice Christmassy one. It's ginger and white chocolate. Really nice flavour if you haven't already tried it. It works great in fudge, great in meringue. So I'm just going to pop in 100 grams of the icing sugar in here.
I've got someone asking what size is the tin.
The size of mine, it's just a baking tin that I picked up in Sainsbury's, but you can use a smaller tin. It's roughly, I think it's 18 by 26, but when I put the recipe on the site, I will put the measurement size in there for you, because I just use what I've got at home. So it's just a rectangular kind of shape. The only difference that you're going to get is you might have a little bit more mixture left over. Mine is quite big, so I have used the full mixture, but if you're using a smaller one, then you just, you could make some meringue out of the rest of it. So coming back to, I've just turned the mixer off because it's nice and frothy in my eggs now. And I'm just going to add into my icing sugar 100 grams of caster sugar.
Your niece Ella is on.
Hi Ella. This is one that you could definitely make for Christmas, Ella, and have no problems with. Impress your mum.
Yeah. Ella's my granddaughter from Australia, by the way. And this is her Auntie Laura.
So I've got both my sugars in there. I'm just going to give them a stir because we're going to add this into our egg whites. But I want to gradually add it and make sure that the caster sugar and the icing sugar are going in evenly, so I don't get any lumps or... You having a taste? Roz wasn't lying when she said she was going to try some. She's already started cutting into it.
It was actually very nice.
Someone's asking about the flavour, so it's a personal choice. Today we're using the Santa Snowball, which is ginger and white chocolate.
Yeah.
But like Laura said, she did trial this at home last week with the white chocolate and raspberry. So I suppose it is just down to personal choice.
It's any flavour. So if you wanted...
I have to tell you, it's, oh my God, amazing.
If you wanted to use vanilla, then you could use vanilla, add in blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, whatever berries you want to. Really, it does work well with different combinations that I've used. So yeah, use whichever flavour that you want to try. Salted caramel would probably be quite nice.
Yeah.
Obsessed with salted caramel. Okay, so back over to the whisk here, the mixer. I'm just going to put in a pinch of salt. So by a pinch of salt, just about that much there. Can you see that? I'm too...
No, it's alright.
Never know where to be. I need like
We don't know.
I need an X.
There's good.
The centre.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right, there you go.
Actually, that's a good mark, that, isn't it?
So we're just going to pop the salt in there, sprinkle that in, and then we're just going to add in some lemon juice as well. Now, I never have fresh lemons in, so I don't know what this is called. What's this called?
Everyone knows what that is, though, don't they?
Yeah, but everybody has this at home.
Yeah.
So if you haven't got a fresh lemon, you need such a small amount. It's just to stabilise your eggs. We don't have to go and buy a lemon. So we're just going to use a teaspoon. I've got a tablespoon here, but roughly it's going to be half of that. So we'll just pop that in. And then we're just going to set the whisk on again. Just give that 10 seconds to start mixing in, and then we're going to start adding in our sugar gradually. So we're just going to sprinkle it in. And the reason why I'm adding it like this, can you see? Yeah. Is just to make sure that all the sugar is being combined into that egg white. So just let it mix in. When you can see that that tablespoon's mixed in, carry on adding. So I have set the oven to preheat on 180 degrees. So that's all ready for us when we've got the meringue ready. Oh, it smells so good. You really smell the ginger in this, can't you?
Yeah, Santa Snowball, guys, is ginger and white chocolate.
Yeah.
It's absolutely delicious.
So I'm just going to keep going, and you'll start to see that the egg whites are turning into a nice glossy meringue mixture, and that's what we want.
We do a nice bundle deal on the website of 5 winter flavours for the price of 4. So that's a good deal, that one, if anybody's interested.
And there's lots of things that you can do with them. So today we're using the mulled wine and Santa Snowball to make the biscuits and meringue. But if you've got, obviously got Christmas in a few weeks' time, making fudge with the winter flavours is really nice homemade gift. And like we said, any of our recipes on the Sugar and Crumbs website, you can pretty much use swap all the flavours with a lot of them, can't you? You just might have to change the fruit that you're adding to it or like that. I'm going to slow that down a little bit because I don't want it to get too frothy. We're nearly done. It's like a never-ending bowl of sugar.
And it seems to grow, doesn't it?
Sorry, Maria. I always struggle to get the last bit out. I'm just going to tip this last bit. So where we want to take this to, we just want it to be not meringue stiff, but just, I don't know what to call it, semi-meringue stiff. So I'll show you anyway. We'll just keep going for another minute. What we want to try and achieve is to get a bit of kind of texture in the outer side of your meringue, so it crisps up nicely, so you get a very soft crisp on the outside but a very soft meringue on the inside. So that's what we're looking for. So we don't want to whip it too much. So I'm just going to keep stopping it and looking at it till we get to the stiffness that I want.
So you're all quiet today, no questions?
No?
No?
I think
Has it been a while since we've done a Thursday live?
We did one.
Has it been a while since we've done one? Is that why
We
you
did one
were
last
quiet?
week, and then before that, it has been a while.
Did we do one last
didn't
week?
do one last week.
Oh, I was ill, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Cancelled it. The week before was the first one in a long time.
Yeah. I didn't do one before that one at the show. First of Birmingham.
Maybe somebody could tell us when we were here last, because we've got no
No, I
idea.
think we did one.
Do you know what your hair is?
Hiya, Mum.
Yeah, we did one after the
Okay.
show.
Yeah.
So
Is
just
Yeah.
to stop you, so if you can see on here, we just see the meringue is starting to hold shape. That's where we want it to be, so that it's not dripping, it's held, but it's not completely stiff. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to bring back in my tray. And I'm just going to use the spatula to scrape down my whisk.
We did brownies and sponge with the cocoa powder.
Well done, Maria. Someone was paying
I knew we'd
attention.
done one, but I couldn't think what it was.
Yes, chocolate brownies. We was using the cocoa
Cocoa
powder.
powder.
Right, here we are. Well done, Maria. Keep your job for another week.
Is that good there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just giving it a little pull down on the sides just to make sure that we're getting all the mixture in there, and we're just going to pour it out so it's nice and glossy and smooth,
Looks good, that, doesn't it?
but it's not. You take, if you was doing meringues, you'd just take it a little bit further, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Not by much, but just a little bit.
Yeah, but it's good to be able to see that it's a loose meringue, actually,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, because we want
But
it
really
to,
glossy as well.
that's what makes it so light,
Yeah.
is that it's not been pushed too far, so we're getting a little bit of crisp up.
I've got to be
Not
honest,
too
I always
much.
thought this was a hard thing to make.
No, no.
So, I don't know, it must be the word name, roulade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does sound right. There is another recipe that I did probably 2 years ago, like a banana meringue roulade, which is on the recipe site. So all we're going to do is spread out, and I'm going to try and keep it away from the ends, just because it does get quite sticky. So I'm going to push it over, but try not to be fully at the edge. So we just want to spread this out evenly. So like I said, it is very, very easy to make, which is perfect for Christmas when you're busy.
Yeah, well, Helen Mills says it looks good. This is her dessert. She's got to sort the dessert out, so she might give this a go.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that you can freeze it and take it out on the day that
Yeah.
you need it just means that you've not got
You can prepare
pressure.
in advance, can't you?
Yeah, so I'm just trying to spread it out as much as I can. So what happens when you're baking it, it rises, but then when you take it out of the oven, it does fall. So don't be alarmed
It's a
if
bit like
you
brownies,
see
isn't
it growing in your oven, because that is how it's meant to be. So I'm just got a little bit thinner over this side. I actually find this really relaxing.
I know it's quite therapeutic watching.
Debbie Hawkins has said, when will the website be up and running again? It is.
It's up.
It's back up.
Yeah, it came up at 6:30 last night.
So I'm just going to use the back of the palette knife just to put in a little kind of pattern there, and then that's it. We're going to pop this in the oven now. This takes 15 minutes to bake. We're just going to keep an eye on that, and I'm going to bring over the one that I made earlier.
Yeah, and what heat is the oven?
180.
And And
I wanna
could
freeze it.
you, if you wanted to, add colour into that?
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can colour it if you want to. It does already, when you bake it, it does give it a sort of golden sort of colour. So it might not be the exact colour
true.
that you.
Yeah.
So if you're doing pink, it might not exactly come out the
That's
pink
what
that it looks like now,
Yeah.
because you are going to get that slight colour.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
You see there's a piece missing of that one. It's really good.
Shouldn't have left the knife there. So I'm just going to pop that in the oven now. And we'll just keep an eye on that. So it's going in at 1/2 past. And I'm just putting it on the hot tray. Okay, so next we're going to make the filling. So I'm going to get the filling ready, and then I'm going to bring over the roulade and show you how to put it all together.
So we've got a couple of people who have only just joined us part way through. As always, we will be posting the full Facebook Live onto the Facebook page when we've finished. It'll be pinned to the top, and then hopefully by the end of the week or very beginning of next week, it'll be uploaded to YouTube as well. The best way to keep up with everything that we've done is to subscribe to the YouTube channel, so Sugar and Crumbs with Nifty Nozzles, and then you don't miss anything that we post on there. It includes all the Facebook Lives and the 1-minute videos that Maria creates. So if anyone's joining us for the first time today, you'll see that Maria is hovering around the kitchen with a selfie stick. And that's to put all the important bits of the it's to put all the important bits of the tutorial together into a brilliant 1-minute video for you to use it just as a catch up and a recap really when we're finished.
Did we put the 2 lives together on Monday when we broke? Yeah, and they're on YouTube now. Yeah, super. So do you want to tell them about where it is, Monday's live?
Can I just finish my
Yeah.
section? So try and take over my spot. I'll just get my cream ready, and then
We can
let
chat.
them know. So we're just going to add 50 grams of icing sugar into here, because we're going to use this to flavour our cream. So we're getting plenty of flavour. I'm scared to pour in too much. There we go. 52 grams, that'll do. So we're going to have that ready, and then I'm just going to use some double cream, and it's 250 ml that we're going to use. And I did sometimes do make more just because I like eating the cream, but if you save a little bit of cream left over, if you have any problems, if you overmix it, you've just got that little backup that if you overmix your cream, you just add a little bit of cream and it brings it back. So it's quite good in this recipe to use 250 ml, because you have got that 50 to save you. Which last week when Mum was over, I did wreck the cream totally, and then I didn't have any extra cream, so I just tried everything to fix it, and it didn't work. The only thing that fixes it is cream. So another bowl, another clean whisk, and then I'm going to add in 250 ml of this. So I'm not measuring it out, I'm just estimating, which is 250, which is that. So I'm just leaving 1/4 of the cream in my little tub, and we're going to set this on to whisk. So we just want, again, we don't want to over thicken this, we want it to be soft. The whole idea of this dessert is that it's a nice light soft dessert, and we want to spread the cream on top of our meringue. It's a very delicate meringue, so if we made the cream too thick, we're only going to end up spreading and ripping through the meringue, which we don't want to do. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it because I don't want to overwhick it. But what you're looking at is just when it's just starting to hold shape, so it's just whipped. So you'll see anyway, we'll just give it a minute. I am going to put into the centre of the meringue. You don't have to do this, it's totally optional, but a nice bit of fresh fruit in a nice light pudding always works really nice. So I brought some raspberries, so I'm just going to get them ready. I've got a knife because I am going to chop them a little bit, just so that you're not getting, in every bite you don't want to be putting in 6 raspberries, you just want a few raspberries. So I've got them there ready. Pop that out of the way. So let's keep an eye on this cream. Just speed it up a little bit. So any questions about anything, Laura?
No,
You can tell them about your Monday night now. I'll let you talk. We've got an opening.
I don't want to know.
Oh, you've upset her.
I don't know whether or not wanted.
This is the problem when you've got to share your kitchen. Okay, so as you can see, if I just lift this up, we're just starting to see that coming together. You see that in there? Can you see it, Laura?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm just slowing it down, so it's on number 2.
Yeah.
So we're just going to keep it really, really slow, just for another 5 seconds. Stop. Okay, so that's what we want. It's holding shape, but it's not over whipped. So I'm just going to take that off there. Can you still see Can you still see, Laura, if I pour that in?
Yeah, I can see the bowl, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to add in the icing sugar into there. And then I'm just going to grab a spatula. That smells good. Okay, so let's scrape some more of that off there. And I'm just going to stir that in because I don't want to over whip that cream. Now, it always works better to whip the cream before you add in the icing sugar because sometimes it just goes, you just can't get the whippiness the
Can you
same.
bring that over to the middle? Is that alright?
Yeah? You're going to have to tip it right over now,
Sorry.
aren't I?
Yeah, sorry.
But make us work harder,
No, I know.
aren't they? So I'm just going to have to hold it up for a second just because I can't see what I'm doing. So I'm just beating that icing sugar in, but just doing it really, really gently. Gently. Doesn't sound nice, but okay. So we've got our cream ready there, so it's still nice and soft. So I'm just going to pop that aside. Grab my meringue. So as I said this morning, I'm going to take this off here, Laura. As I said this morning, when I came in, I baked this and I didn't put butter underneath. So it has, when I've tried to lift it a little bit, it has started to rip here in the centre. But don't worry about it, it'll be absolutely fine. I'm all about recovering stuff. But if you had put the butter on the one that I've got in the oven, that's not going to happen. So I'm just going to take that off there because that's cooled down now. And then, so I've just lifted that out of the baking tray. So what we're going to do then is take another piece of the parchment paper, the same size, cover it, just turn it over so it stops it rolling up. Mum, will you tell me when it's 11:45?
Yeah.
Is it now?
No.
No, you got
Alright.
11 minutes.
11 minutes?
Well, it says 11:36.
Alright, I'm speedy. Just don't realise how quick I am.
That is 11 minutes, isn't it? 11:36. We've got 9 minutes.
I was going to
Well,
say, it's getting longer than 4 minutes.
when it gets to 45, we'll tell you.
Yeah. So I'm just covering, just using a mini mini sieve, just to place over this. And this is so that when I flip the meringue, it's not going to stick to this paper. So you just want to make sure that you're covering all of that. And then what you're going to do is very carefully flip it. Now it's up to you whether you want to do this straight out of the tray or take it out like I'm going to do. You nervous, Laura?
Yeah.
I can tell. You can do it straight out of the tray and place, so once you've got your icing sugar on this, put it on top of your meringue and then flip it, or you can do it like this where you have the meringue and you have that there ready. Look how they've all come over now to watch.
The pressure.
You just flip it. You have to be very, very quick.
Is there an easier way of doing it?
Have faith.
Well done.
There we go. And then you're just going to pull back the paper. If you put a little bit of icing sugar on your finger as you're lifting it, you can
just let Maria do it on the other side so Maria can
sorry,
see.
you can separate. You can help to separate it, so that your finger's not then sticking to the meringue as you've lifted it. So there's my little problem bit. We're going to scoop, put back in. So like I said, with the other one, I've added the butter. If you'd added the butter to it, that should not happen. It should all come out perfectly. But we're going to go with it. Okay. So you need your cream. Sorry, I work in opposite direction to Maria. So you need your cream ready and you need your raspberries. So I've got my raspberries and my knife.
Georgie Godbold says, well done, I was holding my breath.
Have you noticed how quiet the kitchen was?
Yeah.
It's either going to go one or two ways. Don't worry. Okay, so we're just going to add on the cream and you're going to put it all over. So when you're taking it out of your bowl, just nice and gently pop it on. So I've got a palette knife and I'm going to use that to spread over the top. So if your cream was too thick and heavy, you're just going to end up ripping this meringue and you don't want that. So just spread it out all the way to the edges. Always feels weird talking when I'm baking because I don't do it at home, there's no one there.
Hello?
Okay, and we're just going to go over the top of that little bit that we've ripped and it will stick to the cream.
Come to join us,
That'll be
Holly.
fine. Okay, so you can either do this before or after you've done your roulade, entirely up to you, but the edges are not very neat, so all you do is just chop them off. Now you can do it afterwards, after you've rolled it, or even after you've frozen it and then defrosted it. It's entirely up to you. I'm just going to do it now so you can see a neater finish.
Nikki King has said, can I have a slice with my coffee, please?
I tell you, once you've had a slice, you'll want all of it. I'm dying to know exactly what I want.
The thing
It's
is,
so
because
good.
it's so light, it doesn't even feel like you've had anything
Anything
bad.
bad?
I say that about everything. I can't remember how many cinnamon rolls I ate that day.
Oh, they were amazing though.
So I'm just going to grab some raspberries and I'm just going to half them. And like I say, it's just so you don't have a big raspberry mouthful. If you're using blueberries, then you could make them a bit bigger.
Our audience must be well engrossed because there's no conversation.
They
They're
are.
not asking any
Yeah.
questions.
Someone
There's
did
loads of them
say that
watching.
before. Someone did say before, we're all just absolutely engrossed. It's good.
The thing is, because a lot of people think that this is so hard to make, they're going to be really
Yeah,
impressed when you serve
definitely.
this up and you say you've made it yourself. So I'm not really doing a pattern as such, but I'm just doing it in rows just so we get an even amount per bite, because when we roll it we're going to be slicing this way, so if you remember that, then
Yeah, you won't need
whoever
sort of
gets
even
that
amount.
roll is
Yeah.
going to get like 6 halves or something. So it takes a bit of time to do this, but I don't have one that I did earlier that's not rolled.
Rob Allen said he's watching intently while making mince pies.
I've got far too many mince pies and it's not even Christmas.
I
yet.
know. We've started on mince pies at home, yeah.
It's the only shop that my husband ever comes with me is Christmas shop. And he just buys everything like we're not going to survive for 2 days. I think we all do it though, don't we?
Yeah, overindulge.
Something about that you have to have your cheese board,
Yep.
mince pies.
No, we can never eat your cheese ball though. You just never get to it, do you?
Oh, don't know.
What's my face?
I feel like because I've made us buy it, I have to have some. Okay, we're nearly there. I think you get the part about the raspberries.
Helen Miles has asked, how long can you keep it in the freezer for?
You can keep it in the freezer for up to a month.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so like I say, if you want to make it the week before, a few days before, the day before, depending on what you've got on those last few days, if you are making it for Christmas, then depends on what time you need. I don't really have a lot of space in my freezer, so I had to eat stuff last night to fill it in.
Space.
Yeah. Okay, so the next is the wrapping. What raspberry hands? So we're going to roll from our shortest side and we're going to go up. I'm going to actually start this side because I've got more raspberries on the edge up there and I want a little bit of cream just to stick that last bit together. So the way that I roll this is to use the paper to get that first little tuck. So we just want to press it down, lift the paper, then go for another roll, press it down quite, you need to do it firmly but not too firm because you don't want to squash it. And every roll that you do, you're using the paper on this side, you see, Laura?
Yeah.
You just
Yeah,
lifting
but
that
yeah.
paper back.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to keep it quite tight without moving it. So I'm just moving the paper
Yeah.
out of the way.
That's a really good method.
So it stops you getting your hands all over it.
Yeah.
And because it is so light, and I'll show you in a minute when we go back to the one that I made before. And then that final little bit, I'm just going to come over and hopefully that little edge.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to lift it and turn it over. So
Just turn it around the other side so you can see both sides.
oh, I've chopped the wrong edge. I'm just thinking, why is my edge still rustic? We'll sort that out. Okay, so
You got a nice end, haven't you?
I've got a nice end, yeah. So
I like rustic, Laura.
I'll show you anyway. We'll chop this off
Yeah.
on the edge here, just so you can see. Because you want to be able to see.
Yeah, Maria, there's your
see-
first bit. Go on, give that Maria. She'll be dying to have a piece of that.
You've got to see what you're getting.
Surprised she's not at the edges
So
Yeah.
how
that Laura
light is
cut off
that, Maria?
in her hand. Oh, shall I put you on camera? No,
Yeah.
that's cruel.
It's delicious,
It
isn't
passed
it?
the Maria test. Okay, so if you was going to freeze this now, what you need to do is wrap, so get the dry side, wrap it back up like that. Just leave it like that on your side or in the fridge for about 20 minutes, just to let it set as a roll. And then what you're going to do then is just grab some cling film. Make sure you've got plenty of icing sugar on there to stop it sticking to the paper. Just grab some cling film, lightly wrap it, making sure that your edges are in. How I did it last night was I put it in a little tray, a little brownie tin. I put it in the tin, wrapped it in cling film, and then I put it in the freezer like that. Only because my freezer's so jam-packed, I didn't want anything else to squash it. And if you forget that it's in there and you start rabbing stuff in like I'm doing. So,
You may as well show them, haven't you? It's done, Laura.
right, okay. So,
It gives a chance for Maria to eat the rest
yeah,
of her roulade.
so 20 minutes like that. Where's my little tin? It's behind you there. So I've just used the brownie tin.
Oh, she's got her in there.
Got my old one from home. So say that's been in the fridge then for 20 minutes. We're just going to wrap it up with a bit of cling film. Just slightly pushing the edges, but don't worry about it too much.
I took it out the oven for you.
Thank you.
Sorry, we've gone 3 minutes longer.
Alright.
Was that engrossed watching your... Do you want to show them how high it is and then it settles down? Alright. So
Hold on.
So it rises
Is it
first.
burning your hand?
It's alright. I've got 8 more fingers.
Okay, so this is how it looks when you take it out of the oven. It is quite high. It looks like you're never going to be able to roll it.
Can you
But
come forward?
I'll show you
Sorry.
when after Karen's done the biscuits, I'll show you what it looks like when it's cooled down. So this is what it's meant to look like. Don't panic. Okay.
You got any fingers left, Karen?
I've got 6.
So fold the edges in and just pull that cling film over like that. Just gently with your edges. And then pop that into your little brownie tin, and then I just put it in the freezer like that, and then I know that if I'm ramming anything in, it's not going to catch it too much.
Yeah.
So that's how you would freeze it.
Brilliant.
Right, shall I unwrap it now?
Well, we're going to eat it, aren't we?
Yeah,
If you go
Thumbs
with our
up.
freezer, do you want to save it for Christmas? We'll chop this one up.
if you want, yeah.
Maria's crying now.
So this is the one that I did this morning. So once it's cut, if you're not freezing it, then you need to eat it within 2 days. Just keep it in the fridge. But if you are going to have it in the freezer and then take it out, you need to defrost it for about. It doesn't take that long because it's so light. It doesn't actually take that long to defrost. So in about 2 hours, it would have defrosted. It'll come out and it'll be soft. So if I just chop into that, you can see my knife's just going straight through, and it's really nice and soft. It's hard to tell you how light it is. I don't know whether the camera can't
Yeah,
tell you.
no,
but
no,
it's
but
so
you can
light.
see how easily
So-
it's cutting through.
Yeah, so it's just a perfect dessert for over Christmas. So I hope you enjoyed it. That's all my things. So I'm gonna have to have a quick.
Lots of
Tidy
thumbs up, lots of likes, and lots of positive comments saying it looks amazing. Well done.
Okay. Thank you very
Well
much.
done, Laura. We can put that in the freezer. We'll save that for
Yeah.
Sunday.
Well, it was Christmas. Now it's
No,
Sunday.
it's Sunday. It's getting closer and
Oh,
closer.
I forgot that we're all up at yours.
Right, pop that there. Let me move my stuff out of the way. Sorry, Maria. Okay, so let's get my bits out of the way.
So guys, while they're just telling you, while Laura's just cleaning up and we're swapping places, let me tell you a few things. We're not doing a Black Friday sale, but we are doing free delivery on all orders over £10. So that's a massive discount, that is. So all orders over £10, it started from now, and it's free delivery, and it's on till Sunday night. So that's massive. We've also put in the wish list some things that in the sale, and a couple of things that I've actually put in there because I really want to give the Fractal colours a really good push. So I've actually reduced the price of all the Fractal colours. So all you guys who bought the Dinky Doodle pen, airbrush pen, and airbrush, you know, all the colours are reduced. I've also reduced all the shimpers. I'm not getting rid of them, but these are such fabulous colours, you know, you really should give them a go. We've been playing with them this morning. Let me just get this little board out here. Can someone pass it from that side?
Yeah.
Actually, I can get it. So, I've been playing with them this morning. You'll see some of them are missing because Karen's been using them on the cookies. There we go. So can you see on the cookies here, Laura?
Yeah.
So on the cookies here, we've been using them just to shimmer up some of the sugar paste on there. They really are pretty, really very, very nice. So that's the whole Fractal range. I've also put in some Christmas things in there as well. So I've put in some Christmas patchwork cutters, some other Christmas stuff in there. So if you go to the wish list on our website, which is sugarandcrumbs.co.uk, and then go along to, across the top you've got shop, I think it's home, shop, brands, something else. But go along to Facebook current month, drop down to this live, and then you'll see all the things that are on offer. I'm still loading it up at the moment, so while Laura was talking, as much as I've been reducing stuff this morning, I've still got to put them all in the basket, but they're all in the wish list, but they are all reduced on the website. So that's our Black Friday. We're calling it the Pink Friday, the Sugar and Crumbs Pink Friday, because black's a bit dowdy, isn't it? So all orders over £10 is free delivery, and as I say, there's lots of reduced things in the wish list as well, and there'll be more going in shortly. Oh, and all the nozzles I put on offer as well. Now, I've not put them in the wish list. Just go to Nifty Nozzles. Every single one of those I've actually put in the sale as well. I know that I've been promoting them. They're the genuine Russian piping tips, and I promote them really hard, but I know lots of you want loads of different ones, so I thought, you know what, I'll take the bundle deals out, because the way I've repriced them, they're actually cheaper than the bundle deals, so you can actually then choose then exactly what you've got. All the nozzles are actually in number order, so look on the side of any of the nozzles that you've got currently. You'll see the number L26, L27, whatever it is, and then you can go along and see what you haven't got. So take advantage while everything is in the sale there, yeah? So let's put those over the way. So Karen is going to get the shortbread recipe together, because I don't really want to touch anything, mainly because I'm bummed up. So she's never done a live before, Karen.
No, I haven't. So I'm looking forward to it.
So we're going to make shortbread biscuits. I don't know whether, are they shortbread biscuits? They are really, aren't they?
Yes.
We're going to make shortbread biscuits using them, which flavour are we using?
We're
Mulled wine?
using the mulled wine.
Mulled wine. But Karen has been here since 7 o'clock this morning. We've made toasted marshmallow, Santa's snowball. They all taste gorgeous, don't
Mulled
they?
wine.
Mulled wine already.
And did 4.
No, I think this
No,
is your fourth batch
yeah,
ready.
this is before.
Yeah.
I've just been making biscuits.
Yeah, and we're going to use some of the cutters. So we're going to use some of these Wilton cutters, which are absolutely great. And we're going to use some of the Karen Davies moulds as well. So Karen Davies moulds is absolutely fabulous. So Laura's pushing everything back up for me. Karen Davies moulds are fabulous for making the cookies with. And just to let you know that Karen is in on Monday as well. So she's actually going to come along and demonstrate some of the moulds for us as well. And I've asked her to demonstrate all the Christmas ones. So she'll be in on Monday on our Facebook Live there at 8 o'clock. So that'd be a great night, because she's always great fun, Karen. And as I say, some of the colours that we've used, and Karen's been playing as well. So go and get some of those cookies that you've been playing with. So while Laura's been doing her demonstration, Karen's been playing.
You know,
So what have we got here?
I like to play.
So what have we got here then? Ho ho ho, look at that.
I can be fixing hose on.
So she's so this is the Karen Davies Rudolph mould.
Which is, I've hid it because I was...
You'll notice that the little antlers are there, so we had to fit them in afterwards. And then she's just been playing with the colours, dusting them up.
To move them up a bit for
Sorry.
some molds, that's all, just so we can see them.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I'm just going to dust them up there. There we go. And where's the Santa one, Karen?
You put it on your plate there.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, yes, look at this. This is what she's been playing with here. Look at this one. Little Santa one. Cute, isn't it? These are all just done with the Fractal colours. Look at that lovely shimmer there. So she's done us all a little boot each. Did you not do Laura and Maria one?
I've run out of
It's alright, we know who takes the priorities.
Hey, she's the new girl. She's got to suck her up with the boss, hasn't she?
Alright,
First.
Karen, you're making the brews all week.
She's got to suck her up and get in.
I made Maria a unicorn biscuit.
Oh, thanks.
Ah,
Just me
sure.
then. That's alright. Oh, okay. Thanks, that's
So,
alright.
anyhow, so we're going to get on. So I'm going to get Karen. So I'm just going to move this lot out of the way, and I'm going to get Karen just to show you how the recipe is. It's a really easy recipe. It's something that you could do with the children, especially over Christmas. And you know, you don't have to use the Christmas flavours. Use the children's flavours as well if they're around. They really do smell lovely. And this kitchen smells amazing. It always smells amazing when we're baking in here, anyhow. So let me just move all these out of the way.
Just while we're getting set up, there was a couple of questions that just came in at the end of Laura's tutorial. So
Yep.
Tracy Lawrence has asked, can you use a chocolate ganache instead of cream for the meringue roulade? We're thinking it's probably too heavy and too
Yeah.
thick, so it'll probably tear the meringue roulade. But you know what? Give it a go. If it works, let us know. If it doesn't, and you've got any hints and tips, then again, let us know on the community page. But we're thinking it's probably too heavy.
I don't think
it's got to
needs
spread.
to be like a moussey sort of
Texture.
I was going to say I wouldn't do it.
It is just going to rip it.
Who am I?
Yeah. Julie Crompton's asking how much flavoured icing sugar was in the roulade.
So it was 100 grams of icing sugar in the roulade, in the meringue, with 100 grams caster sugar, and then in the actual cream there was 50 grams. The recipe will be on later today.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what flavour, Sandra. So the one that we used today was Santa's Snowball, which is ginger and white chocolate.
Yeah, bring it in.
But it is a personal choice, so you can mix it up. You can do a white chocolate and raspberry. You could do salted caramel. Because it's cream, it pretty much goes with everything inside. And again, if there's fruit, like you always use raspberries, you can just change that up to whatever you think suits the flavour, and it's down to personal choice. So have fun with it, really.
Absolutely. Right, so let's get on with these biscuits, because they really are so simple, and you're going to love them. And I think you're going to walk away this Christmas making both these recipes yourself. And you know what, everyone's going to think you're amazing, and they're going to taste delicious also. So first of all, Karen, I don't think I need to tell you this recipe. You're on your fourth batch, aren't you,
I
girl?
think I've got it ingrained in my head.
Right, okay, can you remember the weights?
We've got 200 grams of butter
Yeah,
at room temperature, so it's nice and soft, so it's not too hard. That goes into the mixing bowl.
See, she's not nervous, Laura and Maria.
It's all right then, she can carry on doing them. Fine by me.
Get Laura answering back.
It's all right. It's all right, Karen. You can stay on that side. I'll stay on this side. We're sorted.
I wasn't joking on Monday about getting these two on doing it. I have to tell you, Maria brings her bakes in, and they're brilliant. And so we are going to put in how much icing sugar?
This is 200 grams of any flavoured icing sugar that you want to use. This is the mulled wine one.
Yeah.
I can pass them to you now. There you
You
go.
can. I'll be your assistant.
Payback time. Just turn the mixture on slow, so that as it, and watch it doesn't try and spurt up at you. And you just mix in the butter and the icing sugar until it's a smooth consistency.
And while that's in, we're just going to lightly beat an egg. Very easy. If you don't know how to beat an egg, there's really something seriously wrong. But there you go, lightly beat an egg. So when Karen's ready for that, and then what else do you need there, Karen, after you threw icing sugar all over yourself?
Well,
Would you like the cloth?
yeah, absolutely. I smell very nice, I know that. We have 400 grams of plain flour.
God bless her this morning. Here she was thinking she was just helping me, and I thought there's no point in me telling her. Tell her when she gets here.
Yeah. I got here at 10 to 7, ready to do a lot of training, and I got thrown in the kitchen.
She was meant to be learning customer services. We'll do that after.
I'm just making sure that this is going to a smooth consistency, so it's all mixed up now, the butter and the icing sugar. I'm going to add the egg, and you add half of the self-raising flour.
Lynn Burgess has said, Laura, what's the difference between meeting people at CI and being in front of the camera? Because I don't have to make anything at CI. I sell. I'm fine at selling and chatting, and that's it.
She's actually a very good baker. Okay, so
At
she will
home.
be. She will be in front of this camera. Let me tell you, before this year is out.
So you
Not long to go.
Exactly.
So you're mixing this batter up, you're mixing the dough up now until it's all mixed in, and it will be quite sticky inside. So once it's all mixed, turn your mixer off. Oh, I need a spatula.
Yep, I'll get you one.
The other half of the flour you tip onto your rolling out board, because you're going to need this dough into it, mixing it all the time. I was a bit sceptical this morning because I thought this morning that is never going to get mixed up. I thought Carol had just been kidding me, and then I realised it does work.
You've not made this recipe before though, have you?
No, I hadn't, so I did think you was like kidding me at first.
She got this massive big ball of dough and thought there's no way it's going to get drier and drier. but it's actually quite good.
So the easiest way is, sorry, I'm left-handed.
Ah,
I just,
well, no, don't film the floor. Don't want that. Do you want to go film on the other side then? I didn't account for you being left-handed.
tacky-handed, sorry.
Thank you. I'm a good assistant and we're working hard on it.
Brilliant. You can get paid this week.
Maybe a first.
Is it plain or self-raising flour?
It's plain flour.
Plain flour.
So this is, as you can tell, it is very gooey, but if you mix it, just cover your hand with a bit of flour and then you're just going to knead this dough. It just takes a little while, but as you're kneading all it in, the flour is combining with the sticky dough to make one ball of dough in the end.
Yeah, I think we've got a lot of people who will be trying both the recipes out for Christmas.
It's so easy.
I know I definitely will. The biscuits, any biscuit is always a hit in the house, especially when
Yes.
you've got children. But with the moulds and everything, it's just a brilliant effect, isn't it? So easy.
This is where I started to panic this morning, thinking, why is all this flour still left?
It won't go in.
So the recipe for the biscuits is already on the Sugar and Crumbs Mixing It Up site. We've used it a lot of times on lives. Just change the flavour of the icing sugar and the decorations and things like that to suit whatever is personal choice really. So that's already on the recipe website, and the Meringue Roulade will be on there as well at some point, hopefully by this week. Again, just have a look round though, because all the recipes that are on there have been tried and tested with the flavoured icing sugars. And the cocoa powders, so just have a look, see what you fancy, and then just adapt them to whatever flavour you prefer really.
Have we not put the roulade on it?
And they're all brilliant.
Have we not put the roulade on the website yet?
Nearly there. I've had a workout this morning now doing 4 batches of dough.
Yeah, that is amazing how it does all
Yeah.
combine.
You think it won't,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah, I've got to admit, I would be a bit panicked doing it for the first time. Lisa Howlett's asking, you use margarine instead of butter? No.
Doesn't give it the same flavour,
No,
the
you
same
need.
consistency.
It is true that it's a buttery biscuit. You
Yes.
definitely can tell the difference. I mean, it is personal choice. We have lots of people who do adapt it with margarine, but I think you will definitely notice the difference.
And I think it's a consistency. Margarine tends to be a bit too soft, so
Yes.
it would be more gloopy than using the butter. Right, as you see, we're now down.
I think your biscuit would spread more because you've got to put these in the fridge
Yes.
to
Yes.
firm up, and I think those will spread.
So there I have, finally, a nice ball of biscuit dough.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do some moulds to start with. So we're going to use the
You
little...
don't need me here, do you? I can leave you. Right, I'll go around the other side. Do you want the cornflour pouch, Shan?
Yes, please.
Right, I'll get back round you. Carry on.
Right, so you've... Just wiping it, because you...
Alright.
Yep. So we're using the Karen Davis, the little moulds, and this one is, I think it's the little girl. It's the little girl one because it's got the bow in the top one.
It's a
And
snowman face.
we've got the little boy one there
Yep.
with the bobble on his hat.
Yep.
So just a little bit of a ball of dough. I'm still getting used to how much dough to put in, so excuse me. And just press it into the mould, making sure that you cover all the corners and any extra piece, and make sure it's not overlapping anywhere, otherwise your biscuit will have an odd appearance when you tip it out. So that's one, carefully over, and there you go.
Fabulous. And the detail on that is great, isn't it?
It is. It's brilliant. Have you got the Casey Sue mould there, Karen, as well?
Is that the unicorn?
Mm.
Somewhere at this end.
Just a couple of questions. Any tips to soften the butter
Oh.
quicker? Leave it at room temperature.
Yes, I did it in the
So it's not
microwave
from-
for 30 seconds.
There we go. So it's not straight from the fridge. And do you have to rest the dough? Because obviously you put it straight into the mould.
No, because
but-
you're going to rest it in the fridge for 15 minutes before you cook them.
Okay, fantastic.
Because that just firms it up to stop them spreading in the oven as well. But you don't have to rest the dough
At this
at this point. No, once it's all mixed up, just get on and press it all out.
Can the recipe be used for biscuits to hang on the tree as decorations? Do they stay firm or do they go soft?
No, to stay firm. You would have to put a hole in them though.
Yeah.
Ready. So we're not going to use this more because Karen's washed it, so it's wet. But this one's a great one here for making the unicorn one. It looks so pretty, and when you dust that one up.
Debbie Hawkins, yes, the snowman mould is from the Karen Davies range. So there's a couple of different designs. It's a bobble or a bow, and the only difference is the design that's on the hat. So you still get the gorgeous, cute little face. Just bring that one back for me, Karen, and pop it straight on there. That's it. And that one is absolutely brilliant. That Sans face one.
The detail in it, and you can colour the eyebrows, colour the nose.
Yeah.
Would you like me to do a sitting down
Yes.
snowman?
Of course.
You would. Do you know how much I sweated doing that this morning?
And then you can roll some out, Karen, and cut some.
Oh, thank you. That's even better.
Then you can get the sugar paste. Then you can actually dust them with colours. This is your demo.
Just died quietly over there.
Yeah, well.
The unicorn mould is from the Katie Sue range. So all the purple ones that you're looking at today are from the Karen Davies range, and the white unicorn one that you can just see in the shop there, that's from the Katie Sue range.
I'm just going to put it in the wish list in a minute.
I hope this is going to turn out because I didn't dust it.
Oh, well, if it doesn't turn out, you know why. But that's
And there we go.
brilliant. Can you just push it further down the mat, if that's possible? Yeah.
It will be. Just bear with me a second. Just get myself a palette knife.
And the kids will love them. If you just get one off that you've already baked already, Karen. Is there?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. So how firm?
There he is.
There he is.
That's the baked one.
Yeah. How firm he is.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And again, all the details straight out as well. And someone said, can you add colour to the dough before you bake it?
I don't see no reason why.
No.
I don't think that'd be a problem at all.
Right, don't roll it all out at once because it can. You're just going to go the whole over. If it's going to go dry, you're going to go all over your board. So I'm just going to move that biscuit back over there.
Yes, Erica, all the moulds that we're using today can be bought from the Sugar and Crumbs website. So you can either shop by brand or use the search bar at the top if you know the brand name. Again, Carol is just updating the wish list. So if you go to the top of the page and go across to Facebook Live, in the drop down menu there, you'll see today's session. And in the wish list, it's all bits and pieces that have been used today. So you've got the flavoured icing sugar, the fractals, the moulds and everything like that, just to make it a bit easier for you to see.
It's such a simple recipe, this
He's
one.
lost his
It's
brush.
just so easy. And you know what, the kids love it as well,
Yeah.
because when the kids do this recipe, it's quick. They get bored after a bit, kids. And not only is it quick to make, it's quick to go in the fridge, 15 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Quick in the oven, 15 minutes. You know, some kids still want to eat them warm. You know.
Well, they also, once they're baked, you've got another good hour with them decorating it, and that's what the kids love, is decorating them as well.
Yeah, exactly.
When I make biscuits with Holly, she's that half the dough. I've even got it in the oven.
And those large, that snowflake one that you've just been using there, that's a brilliant one with the grip on.
Yes, it is, and it's not heavy, and it means you can press down without hurting your hands.
And they're a brilliant size, aren't they? That
Yes.
snowflake, that's a great size, that cookie. As a cookie.
Right, so I've fold those out now. So I'll carry on. Do you want me to show you how to decorate some? I'm going to put those in the oven.
Have you cut any out with the good to show?
Yes, I have done. Yeah.
Right, brilliant. Sorry, I'm up here filling up the wish list. Yeah. You're going to show them how to decorate
Bring
the
that tray
child
forward
Christmas.
into the
So there we go. So there's your tray with a few on there. Now these are going to go into These are going to go into the fridge for 15 minutes before they go into the oven because it just firms up and stops them from spreading in the oven.
Yeah,
Right.
perfect.
Yeah, you must put them in the fridge, okay? I know when I made these last time, a couple of you forgot to put them in the fridge.
Yeah.
They must go in the fridge. If you don't do that, then they're just all going to mingle into one.
So when Laura took them, Karen took the meringue out of the oven for Laura before, and we showed you how it was really, you know, it had gone really high and tall in the oven, and now it's cooled down. You can see how flat it's gone, so now it's perfect for it to be filled and rolled.
So this is what it looks like on the outside. So when you're filling it, you're going to obviously flip this over. So this is going to be the outside top of your roulade. So you've got your pattern in there. You're just going to trim up the edges to neaten it up. But it did look quite high, and I think that what worries people, they're a bit like, why is it so high? Why has it grown? But it does sink down a bit. So you've got that nice crispiness on the top and the soft meringue underneath.
Lovely. So the recipes that are being used today will be on the recipe website, which is sugarandcrumbsmixingitup.com. And there's loads of different sections on there. So you've got brownies, cakes, general treats like mousse and trifles and different desserts, and then you've got all your biscuits, your fudge, things like that. So that's a brilliant area, a brilliant place to go over and just get some new and different ideas. Again, all the recipes have been used with the flavoured icing sugar and cocoa powder, and it's a case of just adapting them to whatever flavour you prefer, and just have a bit of fun with them.
Right, so I've got some of the Culpits. Just going to get rid of some crumbs off there. So I've got the Culpit white sugar paste. I forgot where we're going then. The Culpit white sugar paste, which I'm going to cover some stars with. And I'm also going to just cut a couple of the stockings out because it's good to use the top of the stocking as the snow effect on top of it. Thank you.
Assistant of the assistant.
Can you see all these in here, Laura? Maria? Karen?
Laura. Yeah. I could.
Eh?
I could. So you moved that one.
No, wait a minute, we've got to put in place because I've had it all.
So I'm not going to roll it out too thick because you've got the biscuits. You don't want to have too thick a piece of ice on the top, but you want to be able to taste it.
Can you see these?
Yeah.
So I've just got me a normal star cutter that I've made the smaller star biscuits with. So I've got two of those. I'll just do two of those.
So we've had a couple of questions about the mat that we're using today on the Facebook Live. We've got
sell them.
Yeah, we've got them. Have we got this particular size in stock?
We've got one just slightly smaller than this
Yeah.
one.
So it's the Baco Glide mat.
Yeah. The one that we've got that's in stock is better than this one. This one is more than a worktop size. We've got a double size worktop here, whereas the other one fills a normal worktop.
Yeah, that would bury my worktop at home.
Yeah, but
this one.
it'd be hanging over the edge.
Yeah.
So you'd be better off with the other one.
So
I bought this one just to see what it was like, but it is too big.
because the sugar paste has just been rolled out, it will stick on the biscuits. I won't need to use any buttercream or anything to stick onto the biscuit. So as you can see, you've got the two like that, and I'm just going to do a stocking.
It's quite easy to do those, aren't they?
These are ones that kids
It's a
will
nice
love. The
way
kids
to
will
do
love
it,
doing
isn't it?
these ones.
Yeah.
And there's so many Christmas films on at the moment that I know, because every time I go home from work, my husband's got a Christmas film on, that I'm seeing all these Christmas cookie films now, and it's making me thinking, I can do that. So what we'll do is I'm going to do a red one. So I've got a white stocking, I'll do a red top, and then I'm going to do a red stocking with a white top. So using the Renshaw, this colour is the Cassis. Cassis Ready to Roll
It's a
Icing.
new one, it's a brand new one there.
So you can tell the colour biscuits are so nice and crumbly. They're fresh. Put the red bit.
This one could be for you, Laura.
That's got Laura. This has got Laura's name on it. This other one.
Make up for it now.
They're still not asking questions, these lot.
No, everything that's been
They're
asked has
quiet
been read
as
out.
today.
Promise,
Come
I've
on,
not missed
guys.
anyone. I promise.
I'm just going to cut him off there. So there you go. You've got two different.
Ah, they're
you've got
cute.
two different. Now you can. I've done like we've done green ones. Then we've got
Yeah.
that green one there.
Yeah, Crumbs is green.
I've done. So I've even done them in. So you can do them in any colour you
Oh, they're
wanted.
lovely.
And I just used the Fractel,
The pen.
the paintbrush pen, the Fractel paintbrush pen to just write the names on the top.
Yeah. What sort of temperature and time are we putting these in the oven for?
It's 140 degrees, and they're around. I'd say check them between 12 and 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. And how long do they stay fresh for? Well, it's like any biscuit, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Any biscuit. Yeah.
Airtight tin. They
Yeah.
should stay fresh for a few weeks.
Yeah.
If they last that
If they
long.
last that long, yeah, they don't in my
They won't
house.
last that long.
No.
Nothing ever lasts
So-
in my house.
They won't last that long. We've got
Right, so
loads
now I've just got these couple here. I'm just going to dust these couple
Oh,
up.
good girl. Are you going to do the
I'll do the
gingerbread as well?
gingerbread man one as oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll just use a little bit of icing. I put a bit of butter ice on that one just to stick him down a bit
Yeah.
because he was made before.
These were made before and the biscuits firmed up.
So Alison, the unicorn mould is in stock at the moment. It's a Katie Sue range.
Yeah, I've just put it in the wish list.
If you either look in the wish list, I've literally just gone to the website and put in the search bar unicorn, and it's
Yeah,
come
go on.
straight up.
Yeah. But it's
Gorgeous, isn't
a
it?
unicorn one, yeah, it's lovely.
And the unicorn one, you can always make the where it's got the flowers on. You can always make little sugar praise flowers, you know, little petals.
Yeah. That's your next live, that. Dogs.
Keep talking yourself into it, Karen.
Fill you up for the next year.
Right, so just need some colours now.
Oh, yeah, here we go. So what colour are we going to do then? Shall we do that in that lovely, let's do that really nice sparkling deep red.
Is that one for the boot?
That's lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll do that light silver.
Silver
is
would be
it?
nice for the stand.
We'll do the silver for the star.
Silver
Yeah.
for the star, that's
Yeah.
fine, yeah.
These are lovely, these colours. These Fractal colours are absolutely gorgeous. And we'll use the gold for
And
the...
you've got a gold for a star because there's nothing better than Christmas that says a gold star.
Alright, well, there's the antique gold. We've got the sparkly red, light silver. What we're going to put on the... Oh, I'll tell you what we did like. This is what you did like. How lovely is this? You can't
Yes,
see this
I
one.
did like that one.
We've smudged him a little bit there. But I don't know, can you see
You
the
just
shine?
tilt it slowly, we might be able
Yeah.
to pick it up.
It just makes it, the icing shimmer.
But it's
Just
a
about picking
gold.
that up.
You can see it's, well,
Yeah.
in real life you can see it's a gold one. And this is shell, I always say Nurka, but it's not, it's Narca, is it? N-A-C-R-E?
What did we say?
How do you say
I
it?
can't remember how someone told us to
Gold.
pronounce it last
But you
time.
can see the gold in it when you do that.
Yeah. It's like iridescent, isn't it?
Yeah, she'll just try a bit as well, just see if it works.
She's been doing this all morning. She's
You
been
have to taste
fast
test.
as fast as it come out of the oven. She says, "I'll just try that one."
I've
You've got to taste each
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
got to be a taste test.
I don't know how many biscuits I have today, it's shocking.
So I can. Can you see me if I do it here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just put your brush in, dab it onto the kitchen roll. brush down. You can go. I mean, the more you put on, the more you can see it. So it's actually it's personal preference on how you want it.
But we love a bit of bling here at Sugar and Crumbs.
Yeah, and that's I bling all my cakes, and my mum will vouch for that. I bling everything that moves. So we'll put a little bit of. We'll put a bit of this. The shell nacre gold, just on the stocking top.
I have to say, that's so nice.
Cat Riley says, I always check them for poison. My mum's saying when we were small was, I've got to check if it's bad.
So
that's my mum's saying.
Can you see that one,
Yeah, just
Laura?
tilt it really slowly so that the light catches it. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's using the gold nacre on the boot top, and it was the what was it? That
Sparkling
the
deep red.
sparkling
Red.
the sparkling
Deep
red
red.
on the boot.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's saying if you've got the sugar paste on them, you know, if you've decorated them with the sugar paste, will they go soft if you put them in an airtight tin?
That's a good point. Don't know.
I don't think they're going to last here long enough to actually test it. You know.
We'll have to add one.
Good idea, I don't know. We'll have to try it, won't we?
Yeah.
We've got to try it with one.
Yeah, we've got a few people questioning the whole poison comment. It was a joke about taste testing.
Oh, who said that joke?
It was Cat Riley saying I checked them for poison, and we were joking saying that we always have to have a sneaky taste before we give them to anyone. So that's what we tell the kids. I've got to check if they're bad or check if they're poison. I know we've got a poison question thing going on now.
So that's the one.
Let's go back. It was a joke. The
That's
cat
the one
was
with
just
the
joking. It was so a mum could eat the thing before the children did. She could have the first bite.
So just keep your hand there. Yeah.
That's the one with the nacre gold. So it's just a bit iridescent on it.
Yeah, it's beautiful that.
So then we'll do one with the light silver.
It does look really good, doesn't it? We've got another though. We've got some more of those now because before you carry on.
Okay.
Let's see what the others look
Yeah, I
like.
think we've got a blue.
What have we done with that
pink.
tray? Oh man, that tray's behind me.
There's a green one here.
Here we go.
Greeny one.
Oh, they've got the green there, and there's the pink, the rose gold. The pink one.
Yes, Louisa, it's quality control. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I've got a blue. I don't know what those show out like. Got a little bit of blue on there. Hi, Holly. Are you back again? Come on in then.
This one's that's the green
Little
one.
Holly's off school. We're all poorly. Harrison's poorly. Holly's poorly.
What he's going to call her Hollison.
Hollyson, yeah.
Let's just try that.
My
one.
granddaughter Bella is on the way up from London. She's poorly. We all are. Jessica. Who's Jessica? Jasmine. Jasmine and
Somebody
Ruby.
adopted.
Hey?
Somebody you've adopted.
Jasmine and Ruby are poorly. Everyone is.
This is the nacre blue one. It just gives it a very, very.
Can they see that there?
I'm just
You
going
see
to
it?
put.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a very, very light sort of. It is
Yeah,
a
iridescent.
very iridescently. You can when you turn it different ways, you can just see a very light blue. It's very supple.
It's actually nicer on the black, to be fair.
Yeah.
What's it look like on the brown?
Well, I'll do one for you now.
Yeah, so the nacre,
Oh,
however
yeah.
you pronounce it, means mother of pearl, and that's how we're
I know,
getting
you
that
can
iridescent.
See that colour?
Yes.
I know it looks beautiful on the black.
No, but you can
See
definitely
it
see it
better
better.
on the brown, can't you?
Yeah.
They're great, these colours. So the Fractal colours, they are new to Sugar and Crumbs, but I've put them all in the wish list for this weekend, and I've put them all on offer. So grab them while you can, because you're getting them at the cheapest price now. So if you bought Dawn Stinky Doodle, I put all the airbrush colours in at the cheapest I can possibly put them in. So they're there, so grab them. Get your husband to buy the rest of your Christmas present. You need the colours for the airbrush, so grab them. The metallics, the shimmer is absolutely beautiful. The flow colours, the matte colours are stunning as well. And I think the cakes look nicer when you airbrush the cake with the matte and then go over with one of the shimmers. They look really cool.
This one is the antique gold, just going over the gingerbread man, just to bring in. He's a blingy gingerbread man.
And I've put in some of Marion's patchwork frost cutters in, the Christmas trees ones that she was here demoing a couple of weeks ago. So they've gone in as well. What else have we done there? It's only for this weekend though, so I've only done it for this weekend because people have asked for the Black Friday. All the nifty nozzles are in there, so grab them while you can. And of course, all orders over £10 is free delivery. I mean, that's a massive saving. I actually don't know how we're going to make money on that one.
So is that all right?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So there you go. So there's a few ideas.
Yeah. Are you good at this, you, Karen? Aren't you?
Well, I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, good. So there we are. So let's go and get Laura's roulade again. Let's show you the biscuits and everything that we've made today.
Right, we froze my roulade and the other one's nearly gone.
Oh, well, where's the other one gone? How much of it's left?
There's enough for have you got it in the fridge? Yeah.
We're terrible here, aren't we? We just scoff everything.
I've been eating it and the other one was froze.
Well, the other one we froze anyhow, yeah. This is one you made earlier. So, guys, if you're going to use the flavoured icing sugars, do have a go at making the biscuits, making the roulade. I think the roulade the biscuits is great for the kids, great for the grandchildren, and for yourself as well. And you know what? You are going to be amazed how many people will say how delicious they taste just making them on their own without having to decorate them up. And the roulade, you know, people will be well impressed with that roulade. I mean, I really thought it was something really difficult to do, and you know, Laura's made it look so simple. And Karen has helped me out on the live today because I'm bunged up still and I didn't really want to be touching everything. And
She'll touch what you eat, won't you?
well,
When you
touch all the bits I'm going to eat, yeah. So I didn't really want to be touching everything because, to be fair, nothing out of this kitchen only goes to, it'll go to Karen's house, Laura's, Maria's, everybody's house, but no general public's houses, so they'll all be quite happy taking it home. But having said that, I still felt I really shouldn't be kneading dough and stuff like that and getting too close to it. So what I do want to say is a big thank you to you for joining us tonight. Thank you for joining us on Monday. I hope to see you on Monday night. Thank you, Laura, for coming over. Holly, you can have a little sneaky. Come on, come and say hello. She's here grinning her head off. Holly does loads of baking, don't you, Holly? Come and say hello, Holly.
That's it.
So this is my granddaughter, Holly. Ella's been watching, my granddaughter in Australia. So they all like baking as well. So come and see us on Monday, 8 o'clock live with Karen Davies. It's always great fun when Karen's in the kitchen. And also a big thank you to you, Karen. Hey? She's only been here 3 weeks and we've managed to get her in the kitchen. We haven't managed that with Laura and Maria yet. So,
Maria's
so
still
yeah, well,
shaking her head.
the first person was going to be Maria to show us how to make macarons with self-raising flour. So thank you very much.
I'll do the filming.
Thank you very much. Get on the website, do your shopping now. You've missed next day delivery now, but if you do any shopping now, it'll be out tomorrow, so you should get it over the weekend.
An hour left yet.
Yeah, but the boys won't. They've got to get on and do the shopping. They might miss
So
it.
it's 12:30.
Ooh, Laura's putting them warehouse lads under pressure. Right, well, if you choose the next day shipping, you've still got an hour yet to do your orders. So otherwise, they'll all be in time. And if you're lucky enough, we have Hermes who do deliver for us. I know some people do complain about some couriers, but overall, the amount of shipped products that we do send out by Hermes, we get very little complaints. So you probably would get them over the weekend. Anyway, have a super weekend, and I will see you on Monday at 8 o'clock. I've got to shut up because I need to blow my nose.
Bye.
Bye.